Okay, traders, welcome to our 5-part video series on the 80% open equity strategy case study. This is going to be a strategy construction practical. This is following on from our previous video series on strategy construction. So it's going to be more practical, more application. So this is something that most of you guys have been asking for, and today's part we're going to be looking at step 1 out of the strategy construction practical, which is constructing the strategy rules on an in-house strategy that we actually do. Okay, it's going to come with live trading examples as well. This and more in this live trading session video. Hi traders, thank you for joining the Master the Markets team in our live trading session video, and especially in this 5-part video series on strategy construction practical and supporting us in our mission to spread the truth of trading and help you achieve consistent trading performance. It is Tune Up on here, founder of Master the Markets, Elite Trades Conference and the Traders Open Day. So here we are, traders, on step 1 on constructing the strategy rules. So I'm just going to go on and start taking a look at the various strategy rules. Okay, so for some of you who are following us for the first time, I'll be saying, okay, what's all this about? Where is it following from? I highly recommend you guys to go onto our Master the Markets 2010 channel, right? Over here, you can find it on TradingView over here. And traders, you can go onto streams and look at our previous ones where we talked about the strategy construction. A lot of this has not been talked about online, so I highly recommend you guys to watch it, where we talk about the different components to construct a strategy, just like how you construct a car, right? So we've talked about that. So this today in this presentation, this is following on from that. We talked about how to do it. Now we are applying it in real time and showing you a strategy that we trade in real time and break it down. So let's go and take a look at this, yeah, traders? So the first part is, as you know, in the strategy construction, there's 5 components. Yeah, there's 5 components. Today we're going to go through the 3 main components over here, which is entry being the first one. Okay, I talked all about this in the previous video series under the streams. Okay, so entry, I'm taking a look over here. So let me just go back to here again. Let's take up a live chart over here. Yeah. So this is the cable. This is the daily chart. Now remember, you can do this on any time frame. All right. So what we're going to be taking a look over here is, what I said is, first of all, as I always tell everyone, you have to define the trend at any point where you're at, and you have to define the phase. Okay. So as of now, in real time, right over here in this trade, okay, as of now, if I were to take a look at taking this particular trade in real time, not hindsight, I define the trend first. In terms of a trend, right, and there are 6 trend variations, by the way, which most people do not know, and I think people even who have 10-15 years of experience do not know how to define trends. But some trends are more easier, and with the framework that we have over here at Master the Markets, we've been going since 2010, and that's why our channel is called Master the Markets 2010. Okay, going on for over 13 years now. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and smash that like icon. If you haven't joined our channel yet, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications immediately when we post up quality content like this, and especially to get our live trading updates sent directly to your phone. Now you see, traders, over here in this framework that we have, which is bespoke to us and we give it to all our clients, we got this smart money framework indicator, okay, where it quantifies the tops and the bottoms. Okay, so according to this, I can convert this entire chart into a line chart, as you can see. Yeah, so now it's easy for me to then define my trend, because it's very clear now, lower low, lower highs, right? So that's a downtrend at the moment. And the phases, as you know, as long as it's in alignment with the trend in this move, that's called your phase 1 move. And in this particular strategy, I'll only be looking at phase 1s. Okay, so in a downtrend, that will be a top to bottom move, and in an uptrend, that will be a bottom to top move. Okay, that's what that will be. All right, traders. Okay, good. So this will be a phase one move. Now that is how I would look to construct my entry rules according to this framework. Okay, now I have included here, and as in our previous video, that in your crib sheet, in your strategy construction rules, you should also have some exception rules. Some exception rules might be that if, let's say, on the bar that confirms your top, right, the confirmation bar, we call it, in this case, the orange dot, right? So we're not trading every dot here, only the phase ones. And if that dot, let's say, has got an oversized bar, and you've got to define what an oversized bar is. If you've got an oversized bar, then perhaps you may reduce your risk, or you may not even trade it at all. Okay, so that's some of the exceptions that you can take a look at. That's what we have said over here. All right, traders. Yeah. And remember, everything we teach is based on, in terms of taking the principles out of this and applying it to any strategy that you may be trading. It's just giving you a solid framework from which you can create sustainable, scalable, reproducible strategies. All right, traders. So you got your entry here, which is usually what we do in this strategy here with the smart money framework indicator. We usually will put it for the close of the confirmation bar. The close of the confirmation bar. I'll tell you why all this is important in a short while. So the close 121.41. Okay, 1.2141. And if you guys got any questions at all on any of this, just type it into the chat box and I'll answer it in the end. Okay. So we got that 121.41 and we got 12337. Okay. So that's what we have at the moment. Right. So that is the second component. Now let's move on. Okay. Then finally, we got the trailing stop loss component, right? Remember we talked about this in the 7-part video series. So in this, the trailing stop loss, right? In the trailing stop loss, we are not going to have anything. No, so we're not going to trail the stop loss. We're just going to keep it at the initial stop loss in this very simple strategy. Okay. Right. And the final thing is, once I go to here, the target component, we're going to keep it for the 80% open equity distance. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that for those of you not been following us so far on our channel? And as I mentioned, you can follow us on our channel, Master the Markets 2010, because we've been going on since 2010. And also what you guys can do is, for those of you who have not been following us, you can go through our stream. So go on the stream section and you can then start watching all of this. Okay. And over here, we talk about all these target components and all that. But in strategy construction, we'll take you step by step what you need to actually put together, what you need to write down to create a strategy rule set and create that strategy. Okay. But for those of you who are quite beginner and all that, highly recommend you guys to start watching our 5-day video course. But now coming back to the 80% open equity point, and that is explained more in this 7-part video series on consistent trading performance. So let's go through this now in terms of here. How do I get my 80% open equity distance over here? So over here, I look at what we call the open equity tables on this instrument, GBP USD on the daily time frame. Now, we can apply this on any time frame because of the framework that we have, which was actually developed by the quant traders back in the 1960s. Okay. Now here, as you can see, traders, 80% of the time, 85% of the time, right, it travels 25 pips. Now, 25 pips from where? From the entry point, which is the close of the confirmation bar, which is the bar with the dot. Okay. So when you get the top being confirmed here, from this point, right, which is the bar of the dot, it will travel 25 pips 85% of the time. Okay, so the shortest distance most of the time the trades can get there, isn't it? Just like in a race, right? Most of the time, 85% of the time they can get there for the shortest distance, is it not, traders? Yeah. So in terms of that, what we then do from the entry, because here in this example in real time we're going short, what we do is we take 25 pips away from the entry point, okay? So 2141 minus 25. So how much is that? Some of you are faster than the calculator, can do that. I'll just do it here. Minus 25, that will be 2116. So you see, if I want to do an 80% open equity strategy, let me just get the number again. 12116 is what we are looking at. Okay, 1.2116. Is it not, traders? Yeah. So 1.2116. I'm looking at, and there you go. So we got that one there, right? So quite a close target over here is what we got. Okay. Now I've also put this over here. What do I mean by the other part here? Op-C bar. What do I mean? Now let's go through this. Yeah.
For those of you who are unsure of any of the terminology or the concepts in this video, watch our free Trader Starter Pack 5-day video course as shown in Empire Cinema. It is educational, entertaining, and covers basics and advanced content with cross-transferable principles for trading and investments. It pertains to both beginners and intermediate traders, all dedicated towards helping you achieve consistent performance. Go ahead and register for it on the link below.
In this strategy, so the only way to exit, right, is either when the trade hits your initial stop loss, okay? You can't say when it hits a trailing stop loss because you've got no trailing stop loss. So in this strategy, either it hits the initial stop loss or it hits the target, or it becomes an opposite confirmation bar. What do I mean by that? So if the next few bars, let's say they go up without hitting the target, and at some point you get an opposite confirmation bar, which is like a blue dot, which confirms the bottom. Okay. Once you get the blue dot bar, which is the opposite confirmation bar, then we will exit it on the close of that bar. Okay. So the opposite confirmation bar. Okay. So that's what this is about. All right. Great, traders. So we got this now, right? So we got the exit point as well. So either you can only exit a trade when the initial stop loss hit or the target is hit, which is a 80% open equity target, and then or the opposite confirmation bar happens. Okay. So that's what this is about in terms of the target. Now, the final thing is what I do want to mention is, right now, before I mention that, the final thing you do is, as a small homework, you guys can go and take a look, right, on how many of those trades you would take when the top or the bottom is confirmed based on phase 1 moves, okay? Especially those of you who have the Smart Money Framework indicator, which you can access by emailing us, okay, on our email address, or by contacting us through TradingView as well, messaging us. Now you see, for example, this is another trade here as well. We're entering on the close and then you're getting 25 pips for it. No trailing stop loss, but you're just trailing it. So 85% of the time it will hit the target. So you see, I've put all the trades where it hit the target. Some of them will hit, will give you a loss as well. But so far for this year, it has made, let's say you just did a simple £10 a pip, £250 per winning trade. It has done overall net profit of £1,500. Of course, if your account is much bigger, then that will be £15,000 and so on and so forth on a £100,000 account. Now, usually in this strategy, the last thing I want to say, because we will reserve this for part 2, usually in this strategy, when it's a high reliability winning strategy on 80% open equity distance, usually you will get a loss. Maximum loss you can ever get on any one trade is 4 times your winners. So you can get 100, or maximum on an average you can get 6 times 25, which is 150. But because it's so highly reliable, eventually even when you get 9 trades winning and 1 trade losing, you will still end up with net profit. Okay, so all these numbers you must know, and we have done all the numbers to take a look at this. So that's how you would run this. Just giving you an example, but remember, you can design different strategies on also the 50% open equity point as well, right? Or the 100 pip point too, which is what we got here, and which is what we are running also in real time on our channel under ideas, where we're saying, you see, look at that, right? Just recently we posted it today, double inside a bar on cable, will it reaches 50% OE? And we keep trading this in real time, not in hindsight. And you see, because of the quality of the content and the material that we post out there, this is why we also got recently invited to the Society of Technical Analysis, as you can see over here, very prestigious organization which has been going on since the 1950s, 1900s at that time. Very long time has been going on for. You can check them out. And we got invited to talk there just a week ago. And you can see from all the responses that we got, they were really very happy that we were there to give an awesome talk, which was well received as well. All right, traders, I guess that's that I wanted to cover over here. The last thing is on the next part 2 of this video series on strategy construction practical on this 80% OE. We'll talk about testing, on how to test this strategy, and also the different variations you need to test as well. Remember, everything we teach here, you can apply it in anything that you do on any of your strategies, because they are principles, they are cross transferable principles. Okay. For those of you, I think who have been asking me already through message and email, who are saying, you know what, Thiru, where can I start first? I would say, if you want to really start, I would say go to here, where we got a 5-day video course which has been put together by 15 years of research, right, and 38 years of cumulative team experience. I would say highly recommend you guys to start off with the Trader Starter Pack, okay? So you can learn a lot through here and understand our ideas better as well. Once you have watched this, then what you can do then, traders, then come over here and you can start then taking a look at the streams, which will all start to make a bit more sense. But I would say start off here on Trader Starter Pack, okay? Highly recommend that. Right, I guess that's pretty much that. If there are no other questions, I think most of the things I will be actually going through that in the later part of the video series. But I think if there are no other questions for now, I think we'll call this a wrap. And as we always say, traders, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.
If you want to get notified every time we put a video up, especially on our live trading update videos, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications icon. This will get the YouTube algos to kick in and for you to join us in our mission to spread the truth of trading further, so that traders like you can benefit from our videos to trade like a master, achieve consistent performance, and change lives.